Hello, it's Nerfcraft, and this is Damien's level 2 upgrade. And there it is. So let's go ahead and get this package open and pull out the new parts. Atomic rear camber links in red and black because those are his theme colors. Part number 4116R. So this should fit right onto the rear of Damien and replace his plastic camber links, which I have broken a couple of times, so this will definitely help out. So first we need to remove the rear tires by unscrewing that nut in the center of it and pulling it off. And now that the tires have been removed, we need to unscrew the gear cover and the motor and move them out of the way so that I can access the camber links. To unscrew the gear cover, there's just two screws, one up top and one at the bottom. Now that the gear cover has been removed, we can unscrew the two motor screws right here and pull the motor right out. I will also unplug the motor just to move it out of the way completely and just make it a little bit easier. Now that the motor has been removed, we need to undo the spur gear and slipper clutch. To do that, we just have to take off this nut in the middle of the spur gear and remove the slipper clutch and the back plate, as well as the little pin so that we don't lose it. Here are all the components of the slipper clutch, so we can move those out of the way. And now we should be able to remove the plastic camber links by removing that shoulder screw, as well as the shoulder screw on the axle carrier. So now that the plastic camber links have been removed, we can install the new camber links. So first off, we got to get these things open. Is it going to open right up for me? Nope, it's sealed right there. Excuse me while I get this open. Alrighty, they are now opened up. These things are a little bit heavier than the old ones, which is to be expected since they're metal instead of plastic, and strong metal too. I think the rod ends are aluminum, but the centerpiece feels a lot stronger than aluminum. They do look really, really nice though. So let's go ahead and get this one installed. So if you get these camber links, you will need some replacement screws. These are just a few extra stainless steel screws that we have lying around, so I'm going to use those and hopefully they should work just fine. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't. But before we can install these, we need to adjust them to the proper length. So I'm not sure what that is, so I'm just going to put them on and then adjust them. But I might have to unscrew them first. One side has now been installed, so I'm going to put the wheel on just to try to make sure it's as even as possible in respect with the wheel. So with each of the rod ends turned in about as far as they can go, it looks pretty good. I think I could turn it out just a little tiny bit. I don't actually have the nut in, but let's see. Looks pretty straight to me. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and tighten up those two screws, which I don't know why they do that, but they do. So hopefully at least they won't come undone, which is really good. It's probably because it's metal on metal and not plastic, so that's okay as long as they don't come undone. And they have been tightened up and they look really nice. And now as you can see, this will not turn at all, so I cannot adjust it any more than that without loosening up the ends again. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same exact thing on the other side. And the left side camber link has now been installed. I think these things look really, really nice. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the wheels back on and everything else as well. And apparently these screws are a problem. This screw is actually hitting the spur gear, so I'm going to have to find a different one. So I will go ahead and replace that real fast. It's sad, I really like these screws. So even with a different screw, the spur gear still hits it a little bit. So I'm actually going to have to try to countersink the hole so that the screw will not hit the spur gear. It's kind of problematic, but hopefully we can make this work. I'll probably let Atomic RC know just so they can try to fix that problem. But that is a little bit of a flaw right there. You probably need smaller ends on here, but this has the bigger ends. So anyway, I'm going to try to countersink the hole and see if that works. So the screw is finally out of the way of the spur gear. So now we can go ahead and finish reassembling the rest of the truck. And the back of the truck has finally been reassembled. And I gotta say, those camber links look really, really nice. Countersinking that hole with the drill bit seems to have worked just fine. Although it kind of sucks that I had to do that in the first place. But that's what I had to do. And I would say it's worth it as long as that shock tower holds up. Because these things are absolutely beautiful and much more solid than the plastic ones. I don't even know what this is, but it's really, really strong. And that was Dameon's level 2 upgrade.